is Avengers Age of Ultron, grossed over $187 million in a three-day opening weekend. It is chock full of Academy Award nominees, and we are thrilled to have one of them right here in studio, Jeremy Renner. Good to see you, brother.
Good to see you, man.
How are you?
Excellent.
This is, I mean, these Avenger movies are a phenomenon. They are off the charts. What's it been like to be part of this franchise?
I don't know. You feel like such a small cog in the giant, wheel of this universe of Marvel, and it's just, it's great. I think the cast and the people involved in it are the best thing about it. And then maybe like the 5-year-old fans. I mean, I never had that before. I have a very sort of terrifying resting face, but now that this Avengers thing's kind of rolled around, it's like you can get little kids as fans, and that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, 5-year-olds aren't coming up to you, hitting you on the hurt locker.
Yeah, exactly.
That doesn't happen.
Exactly. Right. Yeah, it's a cool thing.
I'm here with Jeremy Renner here on the Rich Eisen Show from Modesto, California.
Modesto, California.
And that is right in the heart of San Francisco 49er country.
That's right. That it is.
And so you grew up a 49er fan?
Yeah, this is pretty much the only sport I ever really watched continually, even still today. So, yeah, Niners since like 1979.
That's a good time to pick it up.
Yeah, it was a really good time. I mean, just as we got
right there.
Montana, and then we kicked off the run. It was pretty amazing.
So you remember watching The Catch with Dwight Clark and Montana? That's sort of the birth of your fandom in a way?
Absolutely. I mean, all those guys, man. That was it got me into football, and still to this day.
Have you got a chance to meet any of these guys?
Yeah, I mean, luckily enough, it's such a strange thing. Like, to me, I don't really get starstruck by other actors, but when you see a sports star or a musician, we could both kind of nerd out on each other in a way, which is kind of great. So it's like an equal sort of starstruck thing. So I'm friends with actually, a lot of the guys on the team currently. And because of that, you meet some of the people in the organization and getting to work with them. So that's been really quite fun for me.
How about Montana? You met him?
Yeah, I met him, in passing at one of the sports awards where there's ESPYs. I can't remember what the heck they were.
I mean, that's Joe Montana. I mean,
it's amazing. Are you kidding me?
I geek out on him. And I'm fortunate to get to meet a lot of these guys.
Yeah.
But when Joe Montana walks into the room, he is the coolest person. To walk into the room, and just and what he's been able to do in his career. And people in Kansas City revere him too, because he's still the last quarterback to win a playoff game for the Kansas City Chiefs.
Oh wow!
So there's he goes all over the place.
Yeah, he's amazing
with his fandom. And I saw Vernon Davis tweeted at you, "Good luck on your movie," and things of that nature.
Yeah, that's right.
Is he one of the guys?
Yeah, he's become a good buddy over the years. It's been kind of cool. And again, that's such a weird thing when like Vernon's up in your house, sitting at the bar having a glass of wine. It's just so weird, but my family's freaking out, and he's awesome. He's a really, really great guy and tremendous athlete, and yeah, we get along really well.
Where do you stand on the Jim Harbaugh of it all?
I love me some Harbaugh. I mean, look what he did. I thought he's a huge factor in what the Niners were able to do these last handful of years when he came on. And now he's over going to Michigan. I think he's gonna get that team going again. So yeah, I love what he does.
But are you one of the 49er fans that are left scratching your head, the direction of the franchise, or?
I don't know. I usually don't, think about those sort of things. I just stick to the players, and we got camps coming up to see how people start turning out.
You're a fan.
I'm just a fan. Yeah, I don't do a fantasy league. I don't have time, and so I'm just more into the fans. I'm into the players. I'm into the organization, and so I'm a fan.
I'm here with Jeremy Renner at Renner for Real on Twitter, joining me here on the Rich Eisen Show. Avengers Age of Ultron hit the theaters last week and has been crushing it. He's here on the Rich Eisen Show. What was it like doing the town? Being in Boston amongst all of those Boston Red Sox fans.
I think it was amazing. First of all, it was my first time in Boston and shooting in Charlestown and all these sort of things. It was amazing, beautiful place to shoot. And couldn't have done it otherwise because I'm not from that area, and it's a very specific accent. And the whole gang and Ben, the whole thing, we had a lot of fun there.
Yeah, and just shooting inside Fenway Park.
Yeah, that was cool. That was cool, man. It was, I'm not a giant baseball fan, but I just know the legacy of that wall, and what it means. It was just pretty cool to kind of be a part of that.
Yeah, to be able to say that you broke into Fenway Park.
Exactly, yeah, yeah.
No one could ever take that away from you.
Yeah, and just run around the field and do all these pretty amazing things, you know. I really enjoyed that experience.
Yeah, I mean, so many people just, he's a Yankee fan. I was just hoping that you could really take more from them, Like, you took a lot.
Yeah.
I don't want to spoil alert, I just wish that you could have really hit them harder.
That's right.
You know what I mean? I'm here with Jeremy Renner here on The Rich Eisen Show. So, moving forward for the 49ers, the Super Bowl is there.
That's
now,
right.
You were at the Super Bowl in New Orleans.
Yes.
Right. You were there when the lights went out.
That's right.
What was that experience like for you?
That was so strange. That was just the strangest thing. But also, I needed to take a breath because of what happened prior to that, those lights going out.
Yeah.
It kind of took this, that was a terrible thing. But weird experience. Just kind of just leave.
Yeah.
Leave the stadium and go.
But the Niners sort of came back with the lights.
That's right.
As
Exactly.
a matter of fact.
It's amazing.
Ray Lewis of the Ravens thinks that somebody from San Francisco knocked the court out of the wall.
Wouldn't be a bad thing to do, I think.
Were you the one who was
I mean, I would have done it.
Yeah?
Like somebody said, like, hey, go unplug that thing. I'm like, all right, I'll do it.
Or Hawkeye using using an arrow.
That's right.
And shooting it out. Because I'll never forget that. Because the fortunes did change, and then it came right down as you.
Yeah, that's right. It came down to the 5-yard line, didn't it?
Yeah.
4 plays and didn't get it in.
Yeah. Jeremy Renner here on The Rich Eisen Show. So you watched the fight this weekend? You check it out?
I did. Yeah, I watched the fight. I'm a big Pacquiao fan just because I shot in the Philippines for doing the Born Legacy there. So I got to meet up with Pacquiao. And
you met him while you were shooting the Born Legacy?
Yeah. We had some dinner and then, trained over at his gym. Just a really, really, really humble, lovely human. And, I love the people of the Philippines. So I was just really, my heart was always for Pacquiao. I was really hoping this fight would happen, 6, 7, 8 years ago. But, Mayweather is a force. He's a force. And he's smart. He's making a lot of money.
Were you disappointed in the actual action?
Fight? Yeah. I mean, you always want somebody to get caught. I don't care who it was, just get knocked down or something. Let's get some drama.
Right.
Some drama. It's like it's 2 technicians in there doing that, just kind of little.
Yeah.
Wah.
Exactly.
Right.
And to me, the pre-fight was more enjoyable, where the Burger King is behind Mayweather, and Jimmy Kimmel comes out behind Pacquiao dressed as Run DMC.
I didn't guess this.
You didn't see that?
No.
You need to check this out. Kimmel came dressed like Run DMC. Right there for the television audience. There he is behind Pacquiao. That's how Kimmel comes out.
That's amazing.
He was unbelievable with the chains.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the Pacquiao's taking selfies.
Yeah, I did see that. I did see him take a selfie.
Yeah, I know.
Mike, that's a really good sign, I think. You're pretty relaxed.
Yeah,
Take a selfie right before the fight.
I'm here with Jeremy Renner on The Rich Eisen Show. So, Avengers movies, again, would you continue doing something like this? Are you planning on doing it?
Yeah, ultimately, what they kind of do with what I do in the Marvel Universe, but there's going to be Captain America 3, Civil War, which is pretty much like another Avengers movie. A lot of people are up in that. From the Avengers, and then they continue on. That sets up the Infinity Wars, which is a two-part version. It's Avengers 3 and 4 together. So I'm assuming at some point I'm doing that.
Yeah, Chris Evans is a huge Patriot fan.
Huge.
So I mean, if the Niners
huge.
and Patriots ever go at it.
I know that's right. Well, I'm because Brady reminds me a lot of sort of Montana-esque, and that organization. I think this is it's a great team. They've done really well over the more recent years.
Yeah.
And so I'm a big fan of the Patriots myself, actually, because it's a different conference, so I can do that.
Yeah, I know you can choose both.
Yeah,
but when it comes down to it,
forget it. You're going down.
That's the
Brady.
end of it.
Sorry.
Exactly. Jeremy Renner is here on the Rich Eisen Show. We're going to take a 60-second break. When we come back, I want to talk with you about the Hurt Locker and what that was like shooting, and then just generally discuss a little bit more sports with you and then send you out the door.
Sure.
Does that sound cool?
I'm in.
We're back with Jeremy Renner right here on The Rich Eisen Show in just 60 ticks of the clock. Nicely done. Lights go out in the city because we talked about the Super Bowl lights going out, Mike. Very well done, Mike Del Tufo. You are listening to the program. You are listening to the program. See, this is what I do sometimes, Jeremy. Is I've got to make sure that the guys are awake over.
That's right. They're over there gaming on
Yeah,
something. Yeah,
right. And I make sure that I don't have one of those on-set moments that they record and then suddenly it's on YouTube and it doesn't reflect very well on it.
I know. Yeah, right. You got to be careful these days.
Of course. You're always live.
That's right.
You're always live.
Yeah.
I'm here live with Jeremy Renner right here on The Rich Eisen Show. The Hurt Locker, you were nominated for your performance in that in 2008. Where did you shoot that movie?
We shot that in Amman, Jordan, in the Middle East.
And what was that experience like for you? You must have met all sorts of fascinating individuals who've served our country.
Yeah, I did. But there's a lot of, being in that area, there's not a lot of, wasn't a big military presence, obviously, but there's a lot of refugees from Iraq, because it borders that, and we were right around the corner from there. So it's a really interesting place, just from, again, a Modesto kid to all of a sudden be lifted up out into the Middle East like that in a very kind of real way, and in I guess a nicer way, I suppose. But it's still like Jersey barriers and getting strip shirts to go into your hotel. It's like like all right, we're in this.
Yeah,
like,
you're actually on location.
Yeah. So it was a really interesting place to shoot, and the landscape and the people were very great for our movie and to help tell the story.
Right, and this film, Avengers: Age of Ultron, where you play Hawkeye in this, and you look around and you see your cast members.
Yeah.
Many of them who were equally Academy Award nominated, just like you: Robert Downey, Sam Jackson, Don Cheadle, just to name three off the top of my head.
That's right, Ruffalo.
Oh, yeah, Ruffalo. Scarlett Johansson is in this film as well. What was this experience like for you to be part of a cast?
Well,
like
this time around for me is like it was great to be part of the team, because the last one I was kind of so removed. So it was really great to kind of discover the character and with this group of people. And it's a bit like herding kittens, because we get along too well. We don't get a whole lot done because we chat each other up a bit, and we really like each other on and off set a lot. And it's great when you're working with people like Downey and the rest of the crew. It's like this makes you better. So. Yeah, I have a lot of love for these people, and again, I get to see them in a week, so I can't wait.
What are you doing in a week?
It'll be Captain America 3 for Civil War.
Okay, so you're back at it.
Yeah.
No kidding.
I know. I feel like just because we got off the press tour, I'm like, oh, well, that's a continuation. And
so you're right back in the mix.
Yeah. I don't think they want to let you go way too far, because it's hard to get all of us together in one room.
Sure.
So I think they're just going to keep going while they got us.
So before I let you go, Niners.
Yeah.
Their season.
Yeah.
They have a shot to be in the stadium where Super Bowl 50 takes place.
They do.
But
right.
Your old coach is now my college coach.
There you go.
And guys like Willis retired. And some serious people are gone.
That's a tough one.
What chances do you give the 49ers this year?
I have to remain hopeful, and I just hope for some wins. 'Cause it's hard. It's hard to it's hard to watch, and as long as they're in the game, it's all that matters. They don't beat themselves. It's all that matters. But we did take a lot of hits this year. But we gained with look at Torrey Smith, and we got some really good guys that came on board, and so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, you got Smith and Anquan Bolden.
I mean, those are some of the best guys in the game, if you ask me. So
well, they won the Super Bowl against you. Not to bring up a bad
there
memory.
we go.
If you can't beat them, have them join you. Is essentially what their what their approach is right now.
That's right.
And what do you like watching these games? Or do you need your space? Do
you
you
it depends. On how. Yeah, I scream and shout a lot. So I have to put my baby in another room, and I'm loud, and I'm usually pacing around.
How old is your baby right now?
She's 2.
She's 2?
Yeah.
Okay, so does she know that...
No, I start screaming, she thinks, it scares her and she starts crying. So I'm like, no, baby, gotta go in another room. Daddy's gotta scream at the TV for a minute. Yeah.
Right.
Or even when I go to games, actually, as much as I possibly can as well, but I'm always pacing, and...
okay.
Yeah, it's...
So it's, you need to get the baby in the other room. And when she can understand, teach her how to Kaepernick.
Exactly,
First thing she needs to do is just kiss her bicep.
That's right.
I like it. Look, I'm a huge fan of yours, Jeremy. I mean, I loved you in The Hurt Locker, The Town, your Bourne film, and I'm going to see this the minute I'm not talking about the NFL draft, which might be in about 2 days' time. So thank you for coming in. Please come in anytime you want.
Yeah,
You're
thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Before I go, I want to have you answer the poll question. Brought to you by TrueCar. Save time and money by downloading TrueCar's mobile app. Configure the new car car you want, then see what others paid for it and lock in guaranteed savings from TrueCar certified dealers in your area. Most users save over $3,000 less than MSRP. Save time, save money, and never overpay. Download the TrueCar app today. Chris Brockman, ask it of Jeremy Renner, please.
Would you pay to watch the Mayweather-Pacquiao rematch?
Before you answer,
would you pay?
Let's say Mayweather says it's my last fight. You're a Pacquiao guy. And he could send Mayweather.
You're badgering the witness.
Be quiet. Cut off his microphone.
You're badgering. Just let him answer.
And you're a Pacquiao guy.
Yeah.
And he could maybe send Mayweather out of his career out on his feet. Would you pay to see this?
To see that?
Would you? Well, okay. All right. Then would you pay to see if they said they're gonna? You'd love to see that.
I'd love to see it. I don't know how much I'd pay to see it, but you know.
So just, I guess, forget what I said. Just on its face, Mayweather-Pacquiao rematch. Would you pay to see the pay-per-view, despite what we just saw this weekend?
Oh, I mean, it's yeah. I mean, you have to. I don't. You know, I think you're going to get a lot of the repeat sort of thing. However,
okay.
That's the only thing.
All right, but you would. That's a yes.
Yeah, I'd still watch because I love those guys.
16% agree with Jeremy.
Oh boy.
Leading the witness, badgering the witness.
I did do that.
There was
84% no.
Okay, thanks for coming on, brother.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Jeremy Renner, at Renner for Real. Follow him on Twitter. Avengers: Age of Ultron in theaters, making a ton of money. Be part of the group of millions of people going to see this movie right here on The Rich Eisen Show. Jeremy Renner.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern. On Audience.